Good day, YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's video on YouTube. It's a gardening tour video, and of course today it is cold, but it is sunny. Although we had yesterday, I think it was quite wet somehow, and it seems like that we've got some birds right over here, from one tree to the other. In fact, we've got a crow. The next one you just saw was robin. Probably, I don't know what I'm saying here, but we've got a lot of songbirds that have actually ventured into our backyard garden. Pretty nice to know, isn't it? Because I've just supplemented some bird food right over in the bird feeders, which I might talk about that later on. And it seems like that, yes, my backyard garden is straightforward. It's significantly changing, and as you can see, the nasturtiums are straightforward dying. But of course, yes, as I said earlier on before, on a previous video, there is just so much seed activity. Sorry, I'm just straightforward toileting outside here. Not a great sign to do so, but hey, good for privacy reasons. We've got some geraniums here. Now, it seems like that the geraniums have been short-lived, as you can see. And, wow, I can't believe it. And actually, one thing I can really hear in the background, I can actually hear the sound of a church bell. And we've got a big rat. In fact, we've actually got two big rats right over in the backyard garden. I wonder what they're foraging at. Probably some food. Quite unusual somehow to see a bit of rat activity, if you ask me. And yes, it looks like they are actually having a splendid good time in the middle of such winter sunshine. In fact, it's about late autumn. In fact, it's the I think it's the very last day of autumn. We've got some house sparrows that have also decided to forage, and a bit of bird food, and also a couple of rats. But let me just talk about the nasturtiums here and why some of the other plants, like the cosmoses, they've also started to die off. And I'm actually seeing so much movement out there, even though winter is meant to be a very dormant time of the year in which animals are straightforward, highly inactive. Or should I just say, slightly inactive? Because, well, the animals need to be active in search of food, or else they'll die. Anyways, we've just got some geraniums here. Okay, and then we've also got some nasturtiums here. It's a massive graveyard, as I can really tell. So much going around here. So many nasturtiums that have actually been, squashed to death by such cold weather. It's mainly in the form of low temperatures. And, wow, did you just see that big fat rat? He looked like a big brown rock, but guess what? He just ran off to the other side because he didn't know that a giant human like me has came along and spotted it. And there was a crow just squawking right over in the background. I'll talk about these areas here. Sorry about the brightness, because obviously, yes, it's a really bright and sunny day, and that can be quite relatively difficult for me to film. But nevertheless, we start to see some cosmoses. Yes, they've been dying, but I can tell you what, guys, hey, this thing was just massive, and I'll tell you what, it was just ginormous. And I'm sort of thinking back to myself, hey, you know what? Can I actually turn all of this into compost? Well, one thing about dead plants is that once they sort of died out, you can actually make them into some very fine bits of compost, and that would be a fantastic thing to do so. Maybe you can just leave it for about a month or so, and then you can start, you can start replanting all over again. Oh my goodness me, we've got more garden trays here, which have been filled with lots of rainwater here because it's been soaking wet. And if I go up towards here, you can see there's so many dead plants, tomatoes, zinnias. I mean, what more can you really ask about this time of the year? And oh, one more thing I need to talk about. These are stinging nettles. They're mainly straightforward, or more of a common spring or summer plant, but they can do persist well during autumn and winter. I'm off to probably dig that one out and probably make some more space for spring plants to really be planted, because if you see plants like that, take them out and shovel them all out, maybe during springtime, or maybe when, let's just say, after when winter has stroken back, as I like to call it, and is that a tit? Oh, it's a coal tit. That's decided to forage around across my bird feeder. How nice is that? Ah, just so beautiful to see. It's so nice when you get backyard birds in the backyard garden, just hanging about in search of food. The rats are also straightforward, following the birds, as they keep searching for leftovers that the birds have decided to peck. It's a very nice pecking order, if you ask me. The bird flies off, and it looks like that the rat, well, I can just see him. He looks like he's kind of spooked. I won't go too close, because I can just see that the rat is certainly foraging. You can just see, oh, there's two of them here. There you go, there's two rats. Just so stunning, isn't it? And they're just doing their little best just to work together. And I'm just going to keep myself very still. Whoa, look at that. One of them has decided to go right to the other side and then off underneath towards somewhere. I'm just going to go very slowly here. That rat is looking at me, is like, what you doing there, human? Don't scare the crap out of me. I'm busy. Yeah, there's a lot of that going around here. A lot of feeding activity going around here. Whoops, I think I've just gone really, really close. And yeah, what it looks like that the rats have actually done, my goodness me, look at that, it's actually just shaking its body just to clean itself. It's basically feeding on the remnants of what the birds were feeding, and it was such a very nice sight to see. But hey, I might as well refill some more bird food tomorrow, because hey, I'm going to buy some stuff today, and maybe do a bit of train spotting. And oh, guess what? There's another big rat. And it's obviously out and about from the little hidey hole as it was. Looking kind of a bit panty at the moment here, as I can just see its head shaking side to side, really back and forth. Really, really fast. There's a lot of birds right here. Lots of coal tits around here. And blue tits. I can just see quite a few birds that have decided to emigrate towards this beautiful looking tree here. There's a lot of tits. Tits for tat. And it looks like that the rat has totally got spooked of me swinging around my tablet side to side, because, you know, he was just thinking that maybe this tablet could be a complete disorientator. Look at that. Can you just see the little rat? Wow, I've never been this so close to a rat, and wow, can you believe it? That rat totally spooked. Right, I'm just going to go ahead and show you some more stuff around here, and what I could do is just pour out some of the rainwater that has just been around, that has just been left off from, like, over the course of autumn time. It seems like, hey, the water levels have been significantly high at my backyard garden. Of course, yes, we've got some mint. We've also got other bits of vegetation around here. There's the bird food that the birds and the rats were feeding on. Very, very nice little critters. And yes, I might definitely say, hey, look at the amount of leaves that has been shedded. Now, we are literally in very much late autumn sort of period, as I like to call it. And we are going up towards early winter, which is, of course, tomorrow, that being the 1st of December. I just hope there's no snow, obviously, because it might disrupt my plans, and it's actually very dangerous, if you ask me. It might be soft and scenic, but on the other hand, it's slippery and sustainably dangerous. If you ask me, that's just my metaphors. That's just what it is. Okay, so that's quite a lot. We've got some zinnias. That one there looks like it's dead. That one there is also dead. You know, when I see dead things like this, it signifies to me, hey, that the zinnias are straightforward dying really fast. And I'm going to go ahead and show you something else. And it looks like, as I'm seeing so many dead nasturtiums here, I'm still straightforward wondering, why have there been so many nasturtium seeds? It's been quite massive. Somehow, it's been highly successful, and lo and behold, there's actually quite a few more. I can just take quite a few bits of them here. There you go, just look how many there are. It is just chronically surprising just to see how many of these little guys are. And it's just wonderful to see. I haven't shown you the calendula seeds yet. I might do that in another day. Because, hey, once we're coming up towards December, man, there's just so much stuff I really want to speak about, you know, next month. And boy, I'm going to really take a nice break away from it. And speaking of break, yes, I will straightforward continue to make videos, but only at a smaller scale. I think the most trendy ones will be my toy reviews, and possibly my knockoff smashing videos. I mean, why in the hell would I even think about buying knockoff Darkseid toys just to smash around, just for the sake of your enthusiasm. God damn it, Ivan. But anyways, I'm going to leave this video here. If you really enjoyed in this very short gardening video, actually seems to be a bit more of a wildlife video because we've seen a lot of rats, a lot of birds. Wonderful, isn't it? Anyways, if you really enjoyed this video, please give this video a very good like, subscribe for more Flip Flap videos in the future, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.